Beneath the surface of everyday life lies something most people refuse to face: the dark side of human nature. We like to think that people are honest, that truth wins, that fairness guides our decisions. But history, and even our own relationships, tell a different story. Manipulation isn't rare, it's everywhere. It's in the way a friend guilt trips you into saying yes. It's in the way politicians twist words to win power. It's in the subtle pressure to follow the crowd even when every instinct tells you not to. The real question isn't if you've been manipulated, it's how many times you've been manipulated today. Manipulation isn't an accident, it's a survival tool. From childhood, we learn that bending reality gets us what we want. A kid who cries a little louder gets picked up faster. A teenager who bends the truth avoids punishment. These small victories teach us something powerful. Control the story and you control the outcome. But the same instincts that get us through childhood scale up into a dangerous territory. They become the foundation of toxic relationships, unfair workplaces, and even wars. Manipulation isn't just something bad people do. It's a part of human nature, and that's what makes it so terrifying. The best manipulation doesn't shout, it whispers. It shows up in body language, in silence, and carefully chosen words. Someone tilts their head and suddenly you feel guilty. Someone sighs and you back down. Someone says if you really cared, you would. And before you know it, you're doing something you never wanted to do. The scary part, these tricks don't need intelligence, just instincts. A manipulator doesn't need to win arguments. They just need to win emotions. And once they've pulled that lever, logic doesn't stand a chance. History is filled with masters of this dark art, but not always the one you expect. Everyone knows about dictators or cult leaders, but let me give you one example that most people never hear about. In 1954, a coup in Guatemala wasn't carried out by soldiers at first. It was carried out by rumors. A fruit company feared land reform would hurt its profits. So, instead of fighting in the open, they planted fake news stories in the local papers. They staged small protests that looked bigger than they were. Slowly, they convinced the public and even foreign governments that the president was a dangerous threat. No bombs, no battles, just manipulation. And it worked. The president was overthrown not by firepower, but by lies carefully designed to spread like wildfire. This is the frightening truth. Manipulation doesn't need brute force. It creates force. So, why does manipulation work so well? Because our brains are wired for shortcuts. We want to feel safe, accepted, and respected. Manipulators know how to weaponize those needs. They use guilt to push us, fear to freeze us, and love to blind us. Think about the partner who gaslights, twisting every small detail until you question your own memory. Or the boss who praises you just enough to keep you hooked, but criticizes you when you try to step away. These aren't accidents. They are deliberate patterns built on psychology. And once you're caught in the trap, it doesn't feel like manipulation anymore. It feels like reality itself. Here's the part most people never realize. Every manipulator relies on one thing: your silence. As long as you don't pause to question, the strings hold. The moment you stop and ask, who benefits if I feel this way? Who gains if I make this choice? The illusion begins to collapse. Awareness is like cutting the first string. Once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. You start to notice the guilt trips, the fake urgency, the emotional bait. And once you name it, their power fades. Manipulation is the shadow of human nature. It hides in our families, our jobs, our politics, and even ourselves. It has toppled leaders, started wars, and destroyed countless lives, often without a single weapon being used. But the most shocking truth of all, the greatest manipulator you'll ever face isn't a salesman, a politician, or even a cult leader. It's the voice in your own head, the one that convinces you to settle for less, to doubt your worth, to hold yourself back. And once you see that voice for what it is, you stop being the puppet, you start cutting the strings, and that's when you finally take your power back. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back again for more later. Have a good day.